Hi, welcome to the assignment research working outline. Here you will get the opportunity to create your own research outline. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. It's just a place where you can store all of your sources and organize your thoughts about your research. So don't overcomplicate it. So for this assignment, what you will do is review the annotated bibliography assignment. Be sure that you understand everything that you need to do, so that way you are able to better organize your thoughts into the document that you're going to create. Then you can also review the information from our module on working with research outlines. That way you can get some background information, examples, different strategies. Then you're going to create a document, whether it's in Word Online or Google Docs. It doesn't matter at this point what that is. In that outline, you're going to indicate your research topic and your research question, which by now you should have an idea as to what those are. Then just create a very rough outline. It doesn't have to be anything too specific. That is going to change. I expect that through the next weeks that we're going to be working on this research project, you may go ahead and change your outline or reorganize depending on the information that you find. Then you may need to just reorganize your structure for your research. You're going to create this document, then you're going to upload it into this assignment. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to do that using Word Online. And I'm going to open up I'm going to go to the college's webpage, which is lasc.edu. Then I'm going to click on Student Faculty Portal. Then I'm going to log in. Then I'm going to go to Outlook. I'm going to proceed. Then I'm going to click on Word. And I'm going to create a new blank document. I'm going to name the document Research Working Outline. And I'm going to start my outline. I'm going to include my research topic. And my research question. How do violent video games affect children? Which it could be modified as I find more information. So I'm going to add a category 1, maybe behavior. Category 2. Anxiety. Yeah, category 3, maybe sleep. And then of course this could change depending on what I find. So then ideally I will organize my sources based on the different categories, right? I'll find sources that talk about, behavior, other sources that would talk about anxiety or sleep or whatever it is that you want to research on the different aspects that you would like to explore within your research as it relates to your topic or your research question. So then this of course needs to be flexible because this will change depending on the information that you find. So this is just a spot for you to just start thinking about your research, the kind of information that you want to look for, and what you're going to need. Then as I go in and I find additional sources, then I will add maybe different categories underneath each of these broader categories. And then I will list paraphrasing or quotes from the sources that will support the concept based on the categories or the subcategories. But at this stage, we just need just a very simple outline just to get us started. And it will be a place where you will organize all of your sources. Now, if I need to, I can go back to my assignment page and I can get more details to review the information that I need. I can go back to the Working with Research outlines to organize our research page just to get a review of what I'm supposed to do or different options that I could use for my outline. Here's also an example that I could use. And additional information. So basically in this outline, I am going to collect the citations for all of my sources, and then I will include a basic summary of what the source is and basically why did I pick that source. I could use this table for each of my sources. So I could copy this table and put it into my document. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go back to my working outline. I'm just going to here sources. So this is where I'm going to collect the information about my sources. And then this is the table for my first source. So then basically for each of the sources, I'm going to call it source 1. I will use this table to answer the questions. What kind of source it is, the author of the source, the title, where it came from, and all of that. So this will help me evaluate the source, and it will also help me identify all of the different elements that I need for the citation. So I have source 1. I'm gonna edit that here. Source 2. And I'm going to add the table. Source 3. So at this time, I don't have my sources yet. Maybe I could add in here my background source from the previous lesson. But at this time, this is just a spot holder or a placeholder. Then as I go in future modules, when I need to find my book or my article or my website, I can go back into my working outline and put all of the information that I need for each of the sources here. And that will simplify my final project in the long run. And it'll help me organize all my sources into one spot. So now I'm going to go back to the assignment to make sure I have everything that I need. So I've created a document. I've added my research topic and my research question. I've created a very rough working outline of my research or what I think I want to research. Then I've also went ahead and I copied the table, which is what I just did. And the table, I'm going to be using that for each of the individual sources that I find to help me organize all the information about the sources. Then the next part is just to write a brief paragraph. Doesn't have to be very long, maybe 2 to 3 sentences long, on how I will use this outline throughout the remaining of the semester to organize my sources. So I'm going to go back in and write at the very top, how will I use this outline? And in here I could put in there, I will use this outline to help me organize my thoughts regarding my research project, organize my sources in the future, organize the quotes from my sources, collect claims and evidence, so it's all in one place. And this will help me save time in the long run. Do a spell check. At this point, you're not going to have information on the sources. This is just for you to use in future assignments. Just keep keep in mind that this needs to be flexible, that you are probably going to change your outline or your organization, and you're going to add information for your sources. So just use this to just help you get organized with all your sources. Now that it's been saved, let me go back to my assignment, make sure that I have all of the elements that I need. Be sure to look at the examples if you need ideas on how to do this. Remember, this doesn't need to be very complicated. It's just a placeholder. You can make it as fancy or as simple as you want. Just make it work for you. And as long as it addresses the basic components, just about anything that you turn in will be okay. As long as you tell me how you're going to use this, provide the research topic, the research question, a brief organization of how you think you're going to go about your research, the broad and the subcategories that you're going to research, and then a place where you're going to organize your sources. Then you're ready to submit. Scroll up the page, click on Start Assignment. If you have created this in Word, you can upload the file. If you have a website URL, you can put the website URL if you're using Word Online or Google Docs, or you can submit it through the Office 365 tab. For this assignment, I'm just going to provide the website URL. So I'm going to go back to the research working outline. Then I'm going to click on Share. Then I am going to select anyone with the link can access my file. So I'm going to click on Copy. Then I'm going to go back to the assignment, and under the website URL tab, I'm going to paste the URL and click on Submit Assignment. And that is it for this. Just remember to go back to the working outline whenever you find sources and you need to organize the information for each of the sources. And with anything else, if you have any questions on how to go about doing this, feel free to either work with your friends in the class or send me an email. Thank you.